A couple of feet either side, we'd be picking through ashes right about now.
So, have you had any threats lately? I mean, anything that could explain this?
20 a day, at least. Falls to me to read our hate mail, and it's become a full-time job of late.
What do we got?
We got attempted arson. We got some broken windows. Right over here, we got some graffiti.
Anybody hurt?
No, sir.
Chief, this is Mr. Khalid.
Thanks for coming.
How do you do?
He's the mosque president. Now, he's had some threats recently. Hate mail, that kind of stuff. We're canvassing the area for witnesses, but there's something you should take a look at over here.
Sure.
What happened? Who did this? Who's responsible for this?
Say, no one was hurt, all right? Just let the police handle
What, the police? We will protect ourselves. We'll do whatever is necessary.
What are you going to do about
Give it
this?
to me, guys.
How are you going to help my father?
No, you don't be rude.
Daddy, no. Could have been killed.
Just go inside. Say, you two, go inside. Let me handle this, please.
This cannot be handled with words, Omar. It's beyond words now.
He didn't mean that as a threat. They were born in this country. They think they have a right to feel safe.
And they do. And I want you to keep a lid on that young man.
I guess I'd give it 3 stars. All right, maybe 4 for the costumes. How about you?
The flying part was lame. I could totally see the wires.
You were supposed to be concentrating on the wires. You were supposed to be watching Peter Pan.
But it was so fake. They wouldn't have done that in the movie.
You see, that's the great thing about live theater. You get to use your imagination.
Disagreement with somebody in the neighborhood?
No.
You sure? I mean, maybe a shop owner, a gang member, something like that?
No. No and no. Nothing that would have led to this. Ricky, it's getting late. You should go and get your pajamas on.
Aunt Ella.
Go on.
All right.
Night, Rick.
Night, Chief Mannion.
You can't think of any reason why someone would do this to you?
No. Can you?
Maybe.
What?
Well, your profile has changed in the last year, Ella. You're a lot more visible now.
Chief, I am a former file clerk who got a better title, a nicer office, and a well-deserved raise. That doesn't make me a public figure. Or a target, I hope.
Well, you are the 3rd highest ranking member of this police department. Whether you like it or not, that makes you a target. I should have thought of that.
Well, what should I do?
Any place you can go?
No. Mm-mm. Chief, you may be right, and maybe I can make some changes in how I live, but I will not be intimidated out of my home. I just won't.
Okay, I'll post some officers outside your door, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
Thanks.
Graffiti at Rector Street, graffiti at 16th and Atlantic. You know how many cops you got working that neighborhood? 3.
Oh, I got 7. I'll give you their names and badge numbers if you want them.
The 3, 7, all I know is that violent crime is up in my neighborhood. Now, why haven't our patrols been tripled like the patrols around the 12 mosques in this city?
Has a church in your neighborhood been the target of a hate crime?
Gangs are hate. Drugs are hate.
It's a different thing. You know that.
I am talking about equal protection, Chief. The 14th Amendment. My people deserve as much as anybody else.
If any group in this city is a target of a hate crime, I am going to be there to stop it. Last night, the West Side Mosque was vandalized. Now, Commander Rankin, can you tell us why we want to pay particular attention to the so-called graffiti crimes?
A lot of guys who tag are often advertising worse crimes. So if we pick them up for tagging, you just might solve a murder.
Or prevent one. And that's especially true with hate crimes. Ella?
According to the FBI, about 30% of hate crimes are crimes against property. 70% are attacks on people. Research shows that many of the people who do the property crimes will eventually attack a person.
And what does that translate to in numbers?
Well, of the roughly 6,000 attacks last year motivated by hate, over 1,000 might have been prevented if the lesser crime had been solved first.
Khalid said the mosque gets a lot of hate mail.
Anything credible?
Nothing yet.
How's the arson investigation coming, Temple?
Well, we're checking with the NCIC, see if we can flag any fire starters in the district. You know, maybe somebody got paroled and needed a fix.
All right, let me know.
The styles and colors used on this one right here look like the works of a tagger called Little Mo. Now, he's a part of that Droid Park crew.
But that's 2 zones away from Ella Farmer's apartment.
Which is exactly why this doesn't make much sense.
Well, unless you're trying to get some new territory, but where are you going to start in an apartment hallway?
Initiation.
What?
I mean, can you think of a better way to get the respect of your crew than by taking out a cop?
I want you to get me a detailed report on gang activity in the district for the last 3 months, especially the Droid Park crew, all right? Let's move on. Find your confidential informants, ask them if this tagging is just a forecast for something bigger that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
If you hear anything about Ella Farmer, let me know as soon as possible.
You got it.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
All right, detectives, what do you got for me on the mosque investigation?
Well, they're not well liked. There's no doubt about that. We've got at least a dozen possibles here.
All right, who's the most credible?
Spencer Owens. Yeah, thanks very much for your help. I was Inspector 11 at arson. Owens is a compulsive firebug, multiple convictions. Just got out of the joint 3 weeks ago, and get this. His PO says he's working a job just 2 blocks from the mosque.
Oh, let's talk to him. Just got out of lockup, Jones in the start of fire. Current political climate gives him an excuse. Go get him.
All right.
Carlos, we need to fix these burners.
Spencer Owens?
Yeah, have a seat, guys. Be with you in a shake.
We're not here to eat.
Yeah. Figures when you ask for me, not the special.
Where were you last night between 6 and midnight?
I was here. I've got plenty of witnesses if you don't believe me.
Okay. What can you tell me about this?
This is insulting. I'm offended you accuse me of something to some professional. I've got standards. I mean, I had standards before I got set up with this job.
Yeah, you look completely rehabilitated to me.
Check out the bottle. See the label?
Yeah, it's 100 proof vodka, so what?
It's slow burning, low temp, and susceptible to blowout. You don't use alcohol if you really want to burn something. You put a high yield, hot substance in there. The label's torched the minute it hits, it's gone.
What else?
He tossed it at a masonry doorway. Could aim 4 feet over, sent it through the window where the real combustibles are, inside. Now, this guy was either a complete idiot or a total amateur, probably both.
Brandon, do you mind?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was just excited. I mean, this is the first opening for a new member in the MPD men's choir in 10 years. Oh, but I guess you know that.
Yeah. You gonna sign up or not?
Yeah, I thought I would.
Well, sign up. I'll see you at the audition.
Okay. Yes. Sir, for the audition, should I sing a contemporary song or a standard song or, maybe something with a beat? Never mind. I'll just... Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, God! Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Got the choir sign-ups, too.
Right. Yeah, Traeger's getting the gold watch. We got to replace him immediately. We're singing for the King Day celebration on Saturday.
Yeah. So, I figure just formality, right?
Yeah.
So the audition, what do you think? I should do something upbeat, more contemporary?
Yeah. You do sing, don't you? Yes, you do.
Chief, his name is Moshe Friedman. He's a rabbi, professor at Aldrin University. They took his cash and his credit cards.
Any witnesses?
No. But one of his students has some thoughts on the situation. He was supposed to meet him for coffee. Found him back here when he didn't show up.
Sir, the man is a prominent rabbi. Now, if some Muslim wanted to make a point, to get revenge for what happened at the mosque, it's the type of thing he'd pull.
Maybe.
Also, we found this in his hand. It's an earring. Some kind of gold nugget or something.
Yeah, all right, give it a laugh.
Uh-huh.
Chief,
Yeah?
he said he knows who did this.
You're a witness.
Syed Faisal. Dirtier. He's always putting racist garbage in his newspaper.
I thought you said you didn't see who did it.
I didn't have to. I saw them arguing early this morning about some mosque being vandalized last night. I heard Syed threaten him.
An argument does not make a man a murderer.
You don't know this man. Syed always called us lying Jews when it was always him. Him spreading lies about us. I'm telling you, Syed Faisal. He did this. Without a doubt.
But am I supposed to feel bad that my enemy has perished?
You know what? We don't care how you feel, man. All right? All we want to know is where you were last night.
Working. Not killing.
According to the masthead, you're listed as the publisher of this hate rag, which calls for the eradication of the state of Israel. Wow, that doesn't look too good for you. Especially since you're not exactly hiding your contempt for the victim.
Feinberg was arrogant and obnoxious. And by the way, just as outspoken in his hatred for us.
Yeah, you know what? We heard all about that, man. We heard you guys had an argument. We heard that you threatened him.
That's right, I did. I hated him. I'm not sorry he's dead, but that is not illegal in this country. I was working in my darkroom till 5 o'clock this morning. There are at least 3 people who can confirm that. Or do I need more?
Write down their names and we'll let you know.
How can you hold a man who has an alibi?
Because it's not an alibi until it's confirmed. Until then, it is just a story.
Holding him is sending a message to the community that a Muslim is responsible for this murder. Now, the consequences could mean more bloodshed.
You read this? In the editorial, he practically calls for genocide. No wonder the mosque is being attacked, and you're defending this guy.
Yes. Because in this country, a man is innocent until he's proven guilty. Now, Zahid is not guilty, so he must be set free. This is what I know.
How do you know that?
Because I know him. He's my daughter's boyfriend. And because his words are cruel, it doesn't make him capable of murder.
We'll see.
We got the blood evidence back from the lab. Now, the blood doesn't match the victim, so we think it's got to be the killer.
And Zayed's alibi checked out, so he's not the guy.
Yeah, well, the more I read the Quran, the less I'm thinking a Muslim was involved. Now, the Prophet Muhammad didn't wear jewelry. Most Muslim men don't wear jewelry, especially gold.
Well, I bet Muhammad didn't blow up buildings either.
Yeah, well, we're still gonna have to kick Zayed.
Yeah. All right, kick him.
Chief, I'm thinking maybe we should hold on to him, get a blood sample.
No, let him go, Temple.
I do not get these people.
These people?
Yeah, these people.
Sound like my grandmother.
What do you mean?
When I was a kid, a black doctor moved in next door. And whenever anything went wrong, she blamed it on those people.
You don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Forget it.
Sounds like you got something against Arabs, my friend. I'm just saying.
You weren't there, all right? In the Gulf. You didn't see what I saw.
Well, whatever you saw made you a racist.
I am not a racist. I'm a realist.
Chief, Boyle arrested a couple of those guys from that Droid Park crew. And Ella Farmer doesn't even seem to be on their radar.
How do you account for the graffiti on the door?
Well, that's my biggest problem there. I don't seem to be able to hook that up. I mean, maybe it was meant for one of her neighbors, or she lives alone, right?
JT, let me get back to you on that, all right?
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Peace.
Ricky has nothing to do with this. He's only 10 years old.
Ella, last month we busted two 12-year-olds for the Gallery Place murders. Then we linked them to a gang killing a year ago. They start young.
Not Ricky. Ricky is not part of a gang. He is not being recruited by a gang. I would know.
Well, maybe he's being targeted by one, though, Ella. For whatever reason. Somebody behind your door is a target. No. If it's not you, gotta be him.
Chief, I just don't think... All right. All right, I'll talk to him.
Good. Keep us posted.
Okay. I'm coming. Hello? Hello?
Well, I think that'll do it.
Thanks, Nancy. Who knew you were so handy?
And none of my brothers could screw in a light bulb, so got a lot of practice. Don't worry, Ella. The detectives will dump the phones. If this jerk used his cell phone, he'll spend the night behind bars. Oh, thanks.
What happened? Someone threw a rock through the window. You don't know anything about this, do you?
You got another. Named David Watts, 33. He's a railroad conductor and he's found beaten in an alley, East Capitol.
Same MO as last night. Allah is justice straight on the wall, except this guy's not Jewish.
Another 100 megs of Demerol for the pain. Call X-ray. Get a set of fracture films up to the OR.
Certainly, Doctor.
Mr. Watson, I'm Jack Mannion, Chief of Police. Can you hear me, sir?
It's Chris falling. I need 2 more units of O-neg and the wrap infuser of stat.
You know who did this to you?
Chief, I think he's trying to write something.
Here, use this.
Swastika.
Chief Manning, the demonstrations at Fort San Howard. Do you think they could turn violent? Is it true you had a Muslim suspect in custody but decided to release him?
Mosque all over the city are calling in. You got bomb threats, people throwing bricks.
Yeah, the synagogue in my neighborhood wasn't looking too good either.
David Watts is out of ICU. He's off critical, but he's still too doped up to be of any help.
Anything else?
Well, narcotics busted a couple of guys for guns this morning. They questioned it, but no solid leads.
Tattoos?
Yeah, big nasty ones.
Yeah, all right. Get with Bittencourt, see what you can find out about neo-Nazi and extremist groups, and then let me know.
Got it.
Joe.
We got to keep this thing from spinning out of control.
Yes, we do.
Chief.
Yeah.
3 wise men are here. I put them down at Comstat. Chief, they're loud.
All right, thanks, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, hey, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
What song are you singing for the audition?
Corner of the Sky from Pippin.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying if one Christian bombs an abortion clinic, then all Christians are fanatics. Is that it?
No, Christians are not the ones who are waging a holy war against Israel and the United States. They're not why the police are out guarding airports, dams, and bridges.
Well, what do you have to complain about? Has police presence dropped in your neighborhood? No, it's risen. While just last night, a black man in East Capitol was beaten half to death. And where was the police?
Hey. Mind if I join you?
Chief, I just want to assure you, none of my people
We demand to know the name of the man that
You
you had
killed,
in
you call out the truth. What about David
Find
White?
the fanatic who killed Rabbi Feinberg and make him pay.
You know what I want. Equal protection for the black community.
All right.
Now, here's what I want. Here's what I would like. I'd like to work with some religious leaders who remember what religion is all about, that it teaches compassion and tolerance in the face of fear and anger.
Very inspiring, Chief. But all religions, as you put it, aren't created equal.
Maybe you're right, Rabbi. But all men are created equal, at least in this country, aren't they? And I think that possibly in this city we have one of our holiest sites, and that is where 3 houses of worship exist in the same neighborhood, in the same street, the same intersection. Now, in one of those houses of worship, they teach from the Bible, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And in that is fulfilled the law and the prophets. And in the other house of worship, they teach from the Torah, what is harmful to yourself, do not to your fellow man. And in the other house, they teach from the Quran, do unto all men as you wish them to do unto you. It's the same teaching, different words. It's the golden rule. That's what connects us all, isn't it? So why can't you go back to your communities and just tell them, we are going to solve these crimes by rules of law and not by passions of the mob, okay? Anybody have a problem with that? All right.
You're not making me go to school today?
No. We're both going to take the morning off. Ricky, if you know who threw that stone, or who wrote those things on our wall, the door, you have to tell me. I promise. I won't be mad.
I didn't do anything.
I believe you, but you have to tell me what's going on.
It's Mike Danvers' fault.
Who's Mike Danvers?
Stupid 8th grader. He smokes.
Is Mike part of a gang?
His brother Tommy is. See, I was in the bathroom at school, and I heard him talking to Barry Axelrod. He said he cut the principal's tires with a razor. I tried to hide in the stall, but they saw me. And he said if I told anyone, his brother would kill me.
Baby, nobody is going to kill you, okay?
And he ripped my shirt. The brown one that my mom gave me.
It's okay. It's okay. The principal found the razor in Mike's locker, so now he thinks that Ricky's a snitch.
Well, we can pick the brother up, bring him in.
Thanks. You know, this is a tough one. And, Chief, I never wanted this to turn into a capital offense. It's just, I didn't know.
It's okay. All right.
All right. Al Farmer. What? Is anyone hurt? No. Yes, of course. Ricky just threw a rock through the Danvers window.
I was at my desk when the rock came through the window.
And I just pulled him to the driveway. I saw Ricky throw it.
I'm sorry this happened. Ricky?
Sorry.
Not that there's any excuse, but I think it's possible that Ricky did this because one of your sons might have thrown a rock through our window last night. Not Mike, your other son, Tommy.
That's impossible, Miss Farmer.
I think you should check with him, Mrs. Danvers, before we decide what's impossible.
Miss Farmer, Tommy died in an automobile accident. He's been gone nearly a year now.
Apparently, Mike makes up lots of stories about his brother. He misses him. Makes him feel less alone.
No. So there's no gang?
No. Mike imitated the gang's graffiti to scare Ricky.
Right. Clever kid. Well, he might be getting his high school equivalency in jail, though.
Losing someone you love. I don't know, I suppose I should feel grateful that Ricky has adjusted so well.
Well, yeah, thanks to you, Ella.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I find myself wishing he had a dad.
Oh, boy. Ella, you know, I remember when Jack was like 10 years old, and he was getting picked on in school, and he came home, he had a black eye. And I thought, well, now, this is all my fault. You know, I failed to protect him. Somehow, I was responsible.
Does this story have a moral?
Heck yeah. I taught him to box. And the next time he comes home with 2 black eyes.
That's it? I came in here looking for answers.
No. I don't have any answers. I just have stories. And movies. I got movies. Kiss of the Spider Woman with Billy Hurt.
Not today.
How about that? Billy Hurt. Ella, you won an Oscar for that. Kitty, I want to talk to George Conrad, our handwriting expert. There's something I want him to see.
Yes, sir.
There are 31 different hate groups inside of D.C., all of which have their own little style of insignia. Now, you take these guys, for instance, right here. The White Supreme Guard. Now, their trademark would be a swastika inside a Confederate flag.
As if that makes any sense. What about this one here?
That right there, that's more universal right there. That's a spider web. You earn that by killing a minority.
Got it. See, now we found this thing here off the victim at the crime scene. You ever think about that?
Oh, now that's PR all the way right there.
PR?
Pure resistance. Yeah, a couple of years ago, these started wearing these little gold fillings inside of their ears because of how they were taken out of the Jews' mouth during the Holocaust and melted down for jewelry.
That thing is a dental filler?
Yeah, what'd you think it was?
I wasn't thinking. So where these guys hang out?
Mostly in jail. Yeah, I busted her about a year ago for selling that crystal meth crap. And we did miss a few, but I'd be more than happy to let you know anything I find out.
Temple, we got a hit on the rabbi's credit card. Tattoo parlor down a queue. Hey, let's go.
All right. Hey, sorry for holding on to this.
It's all yours.
Thank you very much. Hey. Appreciate your help.
No. 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 Oh, but hey, I did this tattoo. Check out the definition and the separation and the eagle feathers.
Yeah, that's great, Picasso. You recognize anyone or not?
Look, I'm not a people person, and I'm a little myopic if you haven't noticed.
How about these? You done any of these lately?
Oh, hate crap. I hate doing these. It just makes you feel bad, you know?
You do them, right?
Man's gotta eat. Okay, yeah. The spider web. Guy came in, he said he wanted 2 colors. I told him, not smart. See, the web is so delicate, we would lose all our chromatic integrity.
Describe the guy.
Skinhead.
Skinhead. The name being Moishe Feinberg, that didn't seem weird to you?
Nobody checks names on credit cards.
You got a number for this guy?
No. But he is scheduled to come in later today. Gotta finish his color.
I hope I did okay. Keep your fingers crossed for me, Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, that wouldn't work because you're going to want to keep it crossed for yourself. Break a leg. It's a showbiz term.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, Brander. Chief? Jack Manning, Chief of Police. Nice to meet you. Deputy Chief?
Chief?
Chief, how you doing?
Jack Manning. Chief? You fellas ready?
I see leaves of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, What a wonderful life. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Paris. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, ah, what a wonderful life. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Ferris. All right, gentlemen, that was our last candidate. Let me remind you that in our secret balloting, on which our names will not appear, we have to vote for the best singer, not necessarily the most powerful. Huh? All right, let's vote, and one of us will post the winner.
Sir, which one of us will post the winner?
We'll vote on that, too.
Smooth. Wait a second. Let him break the skin first. Get us a little blood sample, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell, man?
I'm sorry, man.
You slip with that thing one more time, I'm gonna use it on your eye. Police!
Get up real slow.
Oh, you stupid fat disgrace!
All right, on the floor. Move!
You're doing good, man. You're doing good.
Come on.
This earring was found in the hands of a dead man. And your blood was all over it. You got a torn earlobe, too.
You got anything to say about that, Sunshine?
Yeah. What's wrong with this country? Someone paints a mosque with the truth, and suddenly even the towel heads get sympathy? Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't stomach it. I thought, okay, I'll kill the Jews, kill the blacks, and blame it on the towel heads. I mean, what could be more brilliant than getting them to kill each other?
That sound like a confession to you.
Yeah.
May God be with you.
Oh, my God's with me. And he's happy.
Can't get that skinhead freak out of my mind. One of us should have pummeled the crap out of him. Taking a man's life and justifying it in the name of God. It wouldn't be the first time. That's it? That's your response? Come on, Temple, what really gets you mad, huh? Because if that ain't it...
When I was in the Gulf, I was stationed in Saudi Arabia, just south of the Iraqi border. We were out on a patrol one day, and we came across a 16-year-old girl and her boyfriend. They'd stolen a U.S. Army Jeep. They'd run away together from the village.
So you arrested them?
No. Didn't make any sense. So we let the guy go, and we called the girl's parents, told her to come pick her up, take her home. She begged us not to. She cried like crazy. She said that they were going to kill her. See, the guy that she was with, he was married. So the next day, I find her dead on the side of the road. Her father had set her on fire and threw her in a ditch. Her father. They call that an honor killing over there. To wipe away the shame from him and from her brothers, he had to kill her. I will never forget how scared she was. And how I didn't believe her when she told me that he would kill her. And what she looked like when he did.
Well, now I understand where you're coming from, but there's still no excuse. You're generalizing, you know? I mean, one ignorant guy doesn't represent a whole country, just like that skinhead doesn't represent all Americans. You of all people should know that.
Are you mad at me?
Yes. And disappointed.
Why?
You threw a rock through someone's window.
So he did it first.
So if he set our house on fire, you would set his on fire too?
Maybe.
Ricky.
The teacher says we're at war now, but it's a good war. He hurt us, so we get to hurt him back.
Honey, it's not that simple. If people keep hurting back, the fighting will never stop, you see? Sometimes, when you're scared or angry, the bravest thing you can do is not to fight.
If my mom would have fought back, maybe she'd still be here.
Get back for the car!
Chief, situation at the mosque got a little out of hand. There were 50 arrests.
Dowdy Khalid got hit in the head with a pipe.
How is she?
Still in the ER, getting a CAT scan.
Where's her father?
I think he's in the shop.
I think. I showed the expression, terrorists go home, to our handwriting expert, and he told me that based on the slants of the letters, the suspect's first language was probably Arabic. Add that to the timing of the event and the crudeness of the Molotov cocktail. You vandalized your own mosque, Mr. Clay. Why?
Because I thought it would protect us. You see, America loves its victims, so I thought, what better way to win people's hearts than to show my people as victims too? Then perhaps we'd get more police protection. Then perhaps my people, my daughter, would be safe.
And make not your oaths a means of deceit between you, lest a foot should slip after its stability,
And you should taste evil because you hinder men from Allah's way. And grievous chastisement be your lot. It's a good book.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar.
We're working through it.
Good.
So can you believe that Vander actually made the choir?
Your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest. To follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or question of hearts, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know it will only be true. That my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this. That one man scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable.
I have no memory of beating him to death, but I must have.
They moved, the gun went off, and it was like, ah! I did something that I had no right to do.
I'm as guilty as can be. And there's more.
Notorious. Tuesdays through Thursdays at 9 on the Biography Channel.